Well, it got hairy towards the end there. It got interesting, but the Minnesota Vikings hold on to get a huge victory, 28-24 on the road in Dallas. Vikings Vent Line is the show. It's Zulgad, Danny Cunningham, our guys Evan and Declan producing right now. And also you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And Seth Auger is running those streams. 651-646-8255, 651-646-8255. We are in the TCL broadcast studios. And do you have any thoughts, Mr. Cunningham, off the bat before we get to our callers?
Credit to this offense for being able to put up enough points on the road. Kirk Cousins is 2-0 in primetime games in 2019, Judd. So I think he's doing his very best to try and erase that. The negative things about his history in those types of performances. So credit to this Vikings offense. The defense, still not great.
I don't understand.
We still see time and time again the holes in this defense. It was funny to me that the play-by-play crew of Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth was acting like Mike Hughes isn't the best corner on this team, because if you look around, there's no one else that's good.
And like Xavier Rhodes is great. That was my favorite. Late in the game when they pointed out that Amari Cooper was lining up on Xavier Rhodes' side and saying, and Collinsworth said, well, a few years ago, you wouldn't do that. Well, of course, you wouldn't have done that a few years ago. Now you jump at that chance.
Yes.
651-646-8255. Vikings Vent Line, 651-646-8255. Let's start off with one of our favorite callers, Linda in Wyoming. Hi, Linda.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Linda?
I will give credit to the offense. Dalvin Cook, I thought, was fantastic. I thought the play calling on the whole was pretty good by Stefanski. They scored enough points to win. The defense, I guess I'm almost disappointed that we won, because I think if we'd lost, maybe that would
Linda.
Maybe that would have been the nail in the coffin to make sure that we're not having Zimmer back next year. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. He is so stubborn. We're going to stop, the running game. We're going to stop the running game. We're just going to let him run all over the field doing everything else like that. And this is not an elite. This is not an elite defense anymore. And you just have to keep the offense going to score enough points.
Yeah.
Pray to God Cook doesn't get hurt that way.
He was fantastic tonight for sure, Linda.
He was, and he's got a good backup in Madison. I think they did that, and I don't have too many complaints about the offensive play calling, but I have said that, you know this, Judd. I have said this all along, that I don't think Zimmer should be calling the plays. I think that you got to turn that over to George Edwards, that he needs to be the head coach. And the other thing is, you're not going to win a Super Bowl with a defensive-minded coach and a defensive-minded head coach calling plays. The game has progressed to the point where this has now become an offensive game, and you're going to be the bridesmaid more often than not if you continue to use Zimmer as your head coach and he continues to call plays. Just my opinion, but I'll take the win, but doggone it, I don't know.
All right. You sound frustrated still. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. 651-646-8255. A phone line just opened up as we react, and you do too, to the Vikings 28-24 victory over the Dallas Cowboys tonight. The Vikings improved to 7-3. They remain, a game behind the Green Bay Packers, who won today against Carolina. Jeff, you're up next. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Hey, I just want to say I love Linda and I love Wyoming, but that was some haterade she was drinking there. Man,
a little bit, Jeff.
I've never heard someone so mad after a win, especially a primetime game on a big stage like Jerry World. Woof.
That was the take, man.
Look, it is. Hey, I'm a Mike Zimmer fan. I think the whole, you need an offensive play caller is a little overrated. I mean, the Bears have an offensive play caller. I think they're winning the Super Bowl with him. I mean, Hugh Jackson was supposed to be an offensive genius. Danny Cunningham is a Browns fan. You can tell me all about him.
We don't talk about Hugh Jackson, Jeff.
But I will say this. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I thought Mike Zimmer's call to go for it, 4th and goal, great call.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
My bad take for Mike Zimmer is, Mike, I understand you need to stop the run, but your corners, it's just not the same. Your corners are not that good anymore. Mike Hughes might be, but he's still kind of learning. He gave up a lot of long passes. So did the rest of the corners. You got to, I don't know if they need to change something, have some help for them there, but my gosh, how many third and longs did they give up? But you know what? I ain't going to hate, because this is one of the greatest football weekends of my life.
It is indeed, Jeff.
Sayuma, rowed a boat, and Skull Vikings, baby. I'm out. Good night.
Good call, Jeff.
Fantastic call from Jeff. Let's keep the momentum going here. Steven in Little Canada.
Hey, guys. How you guys doing tonight?
Good. What's up, Steven?
All right. So I'm calling today. I saw some really great things for the Vikings. I like, what the other guy was saying. It's been a great weekend for Minnesota sports in general and football. I just want to go based on, the play calling tonight. I feel like, the defense, they did stand out, did their thing towards the end. I feel like, the corners do need to step up a little more. But, hey, they stepped up at the end. Courage got that, INT, when we, even though there's like 4 players, surrounding the guys, Cowboys guys on the offense, we still managed to come through and get the W. And, I'm really impressed how, Kirk Cousins was able to get out of the pocket and just, and make that play for Rudolph. I think overall, we're starting to get it together. I still think we're a playoff team. At the end of the day, we just still got a lot to work on. And, I'm just very happy with the W tonight, and let's keep this momentum going.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the phone call. I have to be honest. I'm impressed that they won tonight. The defense did nothing for me for the most part, Danny.
Either.
The offense and Dalvin Cook was fantastic. But at 7:25 tonight, I didn't know what to make of the 2019 Vikings. And at 10:30, I still don't know exactly what to make of the 2019 Vikings.
I think I learned that if this team's going to win something, it's because the offense outperformed the defense. This defense is not what it once was. I mean, if you are a football fan, and an unbiased observer of this game, if you don't care who won between the Cowboys and the Vikings, you are mad at Jason Garrett and that Cowboys offensive staff for just botching that final drive that they had. They botched it. They absolutely botched it. They wasted a great Dak Prescott game. Now, Kirk Cousins played really well. This offense played really well as a whole. Stephon Diggs made some nice catches. He had a good game too. Kyle Rudolph, 2 touchdowns. Awesome. All that great. But the defense isn't good enough. And I've learned that now. I've seen enough to know that this is not a championship level defense.
The pass defense for sure.
Yes.
Because they did a great job against Zeke.
Who knows how long Linval Joseph's going to be out too.
That's true too. 651-646-8255. 651-646-8255. The show is Vikings Vent Line. It's Zulgad and Cunningham. We're in the TCL broadcast studios taking your calls on the Vikings 28-24 victory over Dallas. Up next is Hector in New York. Hi, Hector.
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, going into this game, I was skeptical because we all know the record of the Vikings and Kirk Cousins primetime games. So
Not great.
I didn't have that much confidence that we were doing anything. But we started out well. But then again, our defense did not play well. And like it was said earlier, we're no longer a championship defense. We're just a bottom, middle of the pack defense. And my God, could we stop 1 3rd down at least, please?
I hear you.
You're not wrong, Hector, man. That was excruciating.
It was. I was nervous that because Linval Joseph was out, I didn't know how we would do to stop the run, but we stuffed the run. I was glad about that. And also, the Rams lost today, and since we won, we got a little bit more breathing room for the playoffs. So, my confidence rose a little bit, just a little bit, because they are the Vikings. But I'm feeling good now.
That's fair. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'd say that's right. Your confidence can grow a little bit.
No disagreement with that.
I just don't know. I never thought I'd say during the course of the 2019 season that I thought if the Vikings were to truly have success, that it would be based largely on what the offense could do. That doesn't mean I thought the offense was going to be awful, because I didn't think that, and I thought it was going to have to be good. But, for 1 game or 2 games, I guess I could start to make excuses for the past defense and their struggles, Danny. But we're to the point now where it's way past
It's
that.
who they are.
They're just getting picked apart.
It's who they are now.
And the big plays. And you know what? If you stop Zeke Elliott, that's fantastic. But when you look at, big play after big play, and Dak's fantastic. He's great, but still. 651-646-8255. A phone line is open on Vikings Vent Line, 651-646-8255 if you would like to weigh in on the game. Weighing in next, Sam in D.C. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
You got it. What's up, Sam?
You touched on it a minute ago, but I think the absence of Linval really, more so than having Thielen out, was probably the biggest worry for me. I think Zimmer seemed like he wanted to commit more, linebackers and secondary players just to stopping the run, bringing guys down to the box to stop Zeke, and that frees up, some spots in the coverage for Dak to pick us apart a little bit. I will say, what the concerning thing for me is when Mike Hughes is getting torched by Amari Cooper play after play after play, and Zimmer, who typically makes some really good second half adjustments in the past, doesn't do anything to give him help. He doesn't do anything to maybe switch out Mike Hughes for Holton Hill, who had a couple good plays. He's got Kenzie Alexander, who had a couple good plays. I think that was concerning for me. The other thing, I think not enough can be said on how badly Jason Garrett really fumbled that away towards the end. I'm curious to see what the Dallas Cowboys vent line is like right now, because they're probably calling for his head.
They have to be.
They should be, shouldn't they?
That was a fireable
100%.
offense, was it not, Sam?
I think he's gone at the end of the season if they don't make the playoffs, or if it's an early playoff exit, even though Jerry Jones loves him. But to go to Zeke on the fourth down play, to not go to Amari Cooper, who's had a top career game, and then just to run Zeke on that third down that Weatherly really blew up is complete mismatch. I mean, that's a Kellen Moore thing because he's calling the plays, but Jason Garrett's a really bad coach. So yes, you win the game. It's great. But if that's an average coach on the other sideline, I don't know if we win that. But that being said, happy with the win. So thanks for taking my call.
Thanks, Sam. Yeah, I mean, that's that sequence, considering how Dallas got down the field, that sequence of decision-making in play calling is as inept and baffling as possible. But you know what? If you're the Vikings, you say, thank you very much.
Yes. You take it.
You say, okay, that's really too bad for you, and we'll leave with our, seventh win, and we're very pleased. So let's continue with a phone call, 651-646-8255, and it is time to talk to Emmett in Bismarck. Hi, Emmett.
Hey, Eric in Bismarck.
Oh, Eric, I'm sorry. Not bad.
No problem.
What's up, E?
Well, I wonder if part of the problem with the secondary has just been the lack of pass rush by the front four, and just been the lack of blitzes, because those guys get exposed the more that they're out there on the island. I'm just curious you guys' take, I guess.
That's very fair.
Stop talking. What do you guys think? Is it the front four that might be part to blame for this?
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate the call.
It does feel like they should be getting more. They should be getting the quarterback to the ground more often than they are. I don't know about their pressure numbers. I would have to look into that to see where they do rank there. But it feels like they should be more effective than they are because of the amount of talent that they have there.
It felt like there were times tonight, to Eric's point, where he's exactly right, and Dak definitely had too much time. It felt like there were times that and look, good for him. He's a really good quarterback. He can move and navigate around. But there did seem to be a few plays where you thought to yourself, okay, 1,000, 1,000. Wow, this is getting long.
So Minnesota Twins guy tweets in at Zulgad at Real D Cunningham. The way this is going for the first time in the Zimmer era, I think Vikings fans will be furious if they don't draft a corner in the first round.
Oh, that's you know what?
It's
not altogether
accurate.
That's really good. Alex, thanks for holding on.
Hey, how are you?
Good. What's up, Alex?
So the fact of the matter is that this secondary is awful, and I don't even think Harrison Smith played that well tonight, and we all know how good he is, but I think it's time for Zimmer to address the fact that he kind of has to change his philosophy. He's always been about the soft coverage and limiting big plays, but I think, you have to take a page from the Bears playbook last year, and you have to make the corners aren't good enough to do that this year. It's just as simple as that. You have to take a page from the Bears playbook and say, all right, we have to jump some routes. We have to be more aggressive. I mean, every interception we've had this year, every forced turnover, it's been late garbage time. But, I mean, look at Dak Prescott. He's thrown 8 interceptions 8 interceptions this year, and we can't pick him off until, a Hail Mary at the end of the game. I just think we need to change the philosophy and, be more aggressive.
Thank you. Yeah, but is that going to work with this current group? I guess is my question. I see what Alex
what
is
they're
saying.
doing now isn't working.
No question about it. But is that going to work? Or with now I could see that with certain players, or as the caller previously said, do we have to also see different guys start to play more? Does Holton Hill, who showed up, I think, broke up a pass attempt for Jason Witten early in this game, made a nice play.
Yeah.
Do we need to see different adjustments made in personnel? Trey Waynes didn't play, but he had such a bad game a week ago in Kansas City. I can't sit here and say
that I missed
I can't pound the table and say, man, Trey Waynes, if he could have played tonight. So, yeah, it's a conundrum, because the one thing that Mike Zimmer's teams and Mike specifically have always been known for is now, I really think for the first time since probably he got here, or certainly since 2015 or so, it's lacking.
Yeah.
And it's not one game and it's not 2 games. It's now a regular pattern. And I think it started with a conversation about Xavier Rhodes, right? And at that time we picked on Rhodes and said he's not that good or has not played that well. But now it's sort of a free-for-all.
Yeah.